So this is a little bit of a long video, and we need to understand what's going on, especially with CPS, okay? And I'm going to try to make this short and sweet since it's a long video, alright? Put that sign on your door. And also, make it into a contract. Anybody intervenes, $2,500. That way it's a contract, so if they proceed forward, then they owe you $2,500. And it's a claim, alright? And it's actually a contract claim.
Can I help you?
Yes. Hi. How are you doing?
How you doing?
I don't understand why you're filming this.
I'm filming this for my protection.
Okay, that's fine. For Thursday, we have an order to enter the home and talk to... And he didn't do that today. Do you comply?
He isn't here today. He says...
School hasn't started yet, to my understanding, until next week.
Oh, it started.
Okay. Can I still enter the home today to see that? That's part of the order, so I'm doing what the judge said.
I have a list of questions for you.
You have a list of questions for me. Okay.
Yes.
I can answer that.
I'd like to see some ID.
Sure, that's my ID.
Can I see what it says on it?
It says Department of Children's Services, Mary Lee.
Okay. Once you have the police here, can I see your ID too?
Sir, they're here to help comply with the order issued from the court.
Can I see your ID, please? There you go. Can I see your ID?
Make sure it's not blurry so everybody can see it. Sometimes you get too close, it gets blurry.
Sir, I don't want to cause any trouble.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble here either.
Okay.
I'm just trying to protect my constitutional rights.
I completely agree, and I want to...
Okay, first of all, do you have a warrant?
I have an order issued from the judge.
May I see the order?
The order is in court, and it can be order.
May I see the court order in writing?
Okay. I will go get that order then, but I told you
Okay.
about that.
I would also like to know what is the problem cause, or the circumstances that my children are in imminent danger.
Sir, I would like to talk to all of you about it, but I have to try
What is the probable cause or extended circumstances that my children are in danger?
to report filed with the department. I'm trying to finish my job and do that report. I don't want to be involved in your life as much as you want to be involved in yours, okay?
Do you have a reason to enter my home that my children are in imminent danger?
Sir, for non-compliance with the department, it needs to come to this. I want us to come to this. Can we please work together and figure this
My
out?
children are not in imminent danger, and you know that.
Sir, I'm not saying that. Why can't we figure this out together? That's all I want to do.
I'm trying to help you out here too.
Okay.
I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights, and the fact that I'm out here right now, okay, is telling you that I'm trying to help you out with your investigation. I'm not invading your investigation. I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights.
Why
Okay?
couldn't we have done this conversation earlier and I want to come to
Because you came up to my wife and my child in my driveway, and you threatened us. You told her that me and my wife abused my children.
I did not tell anything.
You said so in front of my child.
Sir,
She had a witness. And that's the reason why I have not let you in my house or speak to my child.
you can say all that you want, but
I'm telling you the truth.
I have to report to you.
I am telling you what I was told by both my wife and my child.
Sir, I have to report to you what was said. And I can't talk with police here.
No.
What was said.
No. That's not what was said.
Okay, let me explain this.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right here, right quick, right now. Alright. Number one, anytime that there is a complaint and they do not give a name or anything like that, you cannot efface your accuser. Right? Well, anytime you are in court, you are allowed to face the accuser. What's the proper cause? There is no proper cause. It's all hearsay. Alright? So, instead of saying proper cause, what he should have said, what is your factual evidence? to proceed forward from here. Okay? Number 2, it's a judge's order. It's not a warrant. So they have no standing. Now, because we the people comply and sacrifice our rights, now people seems to think they have all this authority that they actually do not have, because we keep complying or keep giving consent. In a couple of videos I talk about consent. Quit giving consent. This is where they keep thinking they have all the power. It's consent. Consent by the governed. We the people. Alright? Now you're doing the right thing by standing up, but when it's said and done with, it was against his discretion. He pretty much told him, it's not going to be his consent, and they go ahead and enter the house here in a little bit without his consent over an order. Alright, so it wasn't a warrant. So we need to recognize also CPS is a corporation. They're Walmart. Alright? The sooner we recognize that a lot of this stuff they're doing, they're just like Walmart. It's a corporation thing. Child support, it's a corporation. Alright? Also, we need to recognize the federal government actually gave them the authority to lie on the paperwork, and the judges are supposed to go by what the CPS workers are saying. So when you go into the courtroom, they only listen to the CPS worker. Okay? So you need to recognize that also. They try to put you in a non-win situation. The only thing you can do is actually stand up and put a notice. You got to file a notice no matter what. Anytime there's any type of complaints, there's going to be a notice, and you got to fill out a notice and challenge the jurisdiction of the courts, which I talked about. You got to put a notice in, maybe a writ, and you got to ask what factual evidence they have. So when you appear for court, then okay, who's this complainant? Who's this man and woman filed a claim against I? Okay? They're stuck without jurisdiction, and they're stuck without a complainant, and they're stuck without factual evidence. We need to learn how to operate these courts without an attorney. With an attorney, adult means mind of a child, means you are not capable enough to handle the matter on your own, and all as I already said before. Bar judge, bar lawyer, your lawyer is a bar member. Conflict of interest as soon as you're in court, and all lawyers are against you. Period. They can drag this out for a couple of years, and it's going to cost the average of $75,000. So we need to recognize divorces and CPS is a money-making scheme. Alright? Full disclosure, I'm not an attorney. What I see is what I go by. I produce these as a learning material for we the people to be able to study and research and grow together and become one, so we can fight what's coming before us. That being said, I'm going to proceed forward a little bit, and I'm going to skip across because it is a long video, and I made this talk a little longer than it should be.
Anyone can call in a referral to the department, okay? For whatever that person says in the referral, you're right just to know what is said in that referral.
That's not what you said to my wife and my child.
I did. That is what he said in the referral.
Of being abused.
I did not accuse. I have to tell everything that was reported, and then
Oops, I goofed up. Alright, so we're going to go back into child. Don't use child. Okay? That is a corporation name. That is legalese name, okay? It's the son or daughter. You operate as a man and as a woman. And it has to be woman. W-O/man. Okay? Separate that. Which inclines mankind, okay? So you guys know it's not a discrimination of any sorts. But never say your child is your child, okay? It's your son and daughter. Okay? Once you give them the say child in court, that gives them jurisdiction. Okay?
Referral to the department, okay? Sir, whatever that person says in referral, your right is to know what is said in that referral.
That is not what you said to my wife and my child.
I did. That is what he said in the referral.
Of being abused.
I did not accuse. I have to tell everything that was reported, and then the person explains what happened. That is what happened.
And did I not also send you a fax that explained everything that happened that day?
A fact doesn't say what happened or not. I have to speak to the person in person to prove or not. That's my job. I apologize.
Okay, well,
We're going to stop there for a second again. A reminder, y'all. Because these things are very important when you operate in the courts. Never, 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 never answer questions. If you must talk, answer questions with a question. Okay? For example, well, is this your child? Just always go by the judge's name. Never call him judge or anything like that. Just go by the judge's name, but I'm going to use judge. Judge, is this your child? Always answer a question with a question. Okay? Anytime you answer any questions, answer is always pursuant of jurisdiction. Once again, we're trying to stay out of the jurisdiction of the courts. So anytime you give any answer, you are saying it's okay for the courts to have jurisdiction. Okay? So never answer a question with a question when you have to answer, if you can't keep your mouth shut. Alright? It's just an example, y'all.
you've spoken with me in person now.
Okay.
Okay, now you can finish your investigation.
I still have to talk to your son.
Well, you can go talk to him at school.
And I still have to see the home, so...
You don't have to see the home after your investigation.
Yes, I do.
If you want to enter my home, I'm not going to stop you from doing your investigation, but you're going to have to do so against my consent.
Sir, I don't understand why we can't work together to do this. Do you understand what
The
this
judge said that you get to see with your investigation.
is?
Does your investigation require you to perform a warrantless search on my home based on uncorroborated hearsay?
Sir, now, because the court is involved, I am sitting to the home. I will go and get the order to show you, okay? And we can figure that out. To see your son, what school does your son go to so I can look to you?
Remember, the guy actually brought it up to the attention. It's uncooperative hearsay. I don't think you have to say uncooperative hearsay. You just say it's all hearsay, Your Honor. Has to be dismissed. I say, Your Honor, but you know as well as I do, don't say that, okay? Go by the judge's name. Never give them authority.
Okay, thank you for your comments on that. I will go and get the sign order from the judge.
Does the sign order allow you to enter my home?
Number two, he told them to go to the school and talk to their son or daughter. No. Don't do that. You gave them the okay for your kids to talk to a stranger, and you never know what your kids are going to say. Never give that the okay.
Without a warrant.
Sir, that's part of the signed order, is to cooperate with this.
I'm cooperating with the investigation, but I'm also standing up for my constitutional
I
rights.
understand that you're confused with this, so I want to help you out as much as possible. I don't want to be intruders on your home at all. I just want to get this over with, you know?
I want to see if the court order does not say that you have to enter my home.
Okay.
You will not have my
I
consent.
understand, sir. I will go get the order right now, okay? And I will return to the home later today. I'm letting you know
Do
this.
what you want to do.
Okay, and I'm letting you
But,
know.
okay, you will not have my consent.
Even
That's all I'm going to
okay,
say.
even if I have an order saying I don't need your consent, that's what I'm saying. The order is saying to enter the home.
Here's how I see it.
Okay, tell me.
If you knew that you could enter my home, you would have done so already.
Sir, that is not it at all. I want to work together. You're clearly, whoever you're filming this for, sees that I'm trying to work with you. I don't want to be an intruder.
You're trying to work with us by threat.
No, she is not trying to work with them. She may believe that she is, but she's gathering evidence to cause the person harm. And I need to scratch that person. Don't ever use person. Cause man or woman harm. And the son and daughter harm. That's the whole investigation, is to cause harm. With your consent. From the government.
Threatening us
Sir, there was no...
and telling us that we abuse our children.
Sir, I explained to you before. A referral is made. In the referral, it states a certain allegation. I can see where the confusion could have been pertaining to
Yes,
an allegation.
and I wrote a written statement to clear up any inconsistencies with such allegations.
How do I know if you wrote that? It could be some Joe Schmo. How do I know that?
Really?
Why are you saying really to me? It's true. There's no proof that I could say that you ever wrote that.
And there's no proof that the allegations against us are true
That's
either.
exactly what I'm trying to disprove. Exactly, you just said it.
See? Right there. He just told her there is no proof. Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is to disprove it. Well, if you don't have proof, then you can't dispute. Do not disprove. She contradicted herself right then and there.
I'm trying to disprove it. I don't want to be involved in this any more than you want
Okay,
me to.
well,
So
please.
I want to disprove it. I want to close your case. That's all it had to be, was in and out, done. That's all it could have been.
I'm not going to let you violate my constitutional rights just because you think I might be a child abuser.
Sir, anyone, like I told you, anyone can call a referral in, and that's what happened. It can be as easy as...
Anybody can call it in, which means they, the witness, that don't have to testify, has got more power and authority over you unconstitutionally, which goes back into what is your factual evidence.
letting me in the home, letting me talk to the child, and easy as verifying the information that was said and wasn't said.
Well, you have to understand one thing.
I do understand what
You have to understand that you came up to my wife and my child and accused us of these
I
things.
didn't accuse anyone,
And you were rude and unprofessional.
I was not rude and unprofessional.
Yes, you were.
Sir.
You were very rude.
Not. How?
And you were very unprofessional.
How do you...
And that is what my wife and my child told me. And that is also what other witnesses that we have seen you personally be rude and unprofessional to my wife at work.
I don't want to do this anymore, okay?
I don't want to do this anymore either.
I'm going to go get the order and come back. And I'm going to go... I'm telling you, I'm going to visit your child at...
I'm going to pretty much stop here or fast forward a little bit.
I'm not getting in your way of this
But the site is...
You want to enter my home?
Stop that.
Sir, no, because...
I can't see it.
I want
Maybe you guys can widen it up.
Constitutional right?
I apologize
That's
for that.
on you.
I want you to be okay with everything, and I want to.
I'm not okay with any
I'm gonna
of it.
fast forward a little bit. You got the gist of what they're doing.
Thank you.
Here's the order, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is stating that the petition that I gave you. Do you remember the copy I gave you?
No, I don't remember a copy.
Sir,
I don't recall receiving a copy of.
Sir, you were
the
handed the
petition.
copy by our lawyer at court, so you have that copy and your wife has the copy, okay? But I got my copy.
Oh, speaking of which, y'all, if they leave anything on the door or petition or send anything in the mail, void it. Don't accept contract. Contract denied. In red writing on all pages. Send it back to the CPS, the courts, and to, if they have attorney, to their attorney. Because you're not entering any type of contract with them. Okay? And you're letting them know you're not entering a contract with them. Civil law, most of the civil law is contract by consent. Okay?
To show you as well. This is my copy though, okay?
So this copy I can keep right here. This in my hand.
Yes, sir, you can keep this. This is stating that our petition was granted to the court and that petition for authority to complete the required investigation without the party's consent. That's about your consent.
Okay, so does your
It says right on there, without the party's consent. It's not a warrant. They have no authority set by consent by the governed. And now they think they have all this authority because we keep letting it slide. It's become wolves.
investigation require you to enter my home without a warrant?
Sir, that is the order, that is the warrant, that was what happened to you let me in the home.
Okay, based on what probable evidence or exigent circumstances that my children are in imminent danger? Here's the thing. I'm not going to stop you guys from continuing with your investigation.
It says she can go inside your house without consent.
What does it say? It says complete statutorily required investigation. Okay, I'm asking her if her investigation requires her to enter. Listen, can I finish speaking, please?
Speaking of which, on the order, if they're going to go by statutes, complete statutes, it needs to be written down.
I want to know, does your investigation, this is in the Constitution of the United States of America, but you know, the judge did not say that you have the right.
I'm just going to place you under arrest over here while I'm waiting for everything.
Can I explain my constitutional rights to you and what I heard the judge say?
I know the Constitution.
I heard the judge say that she has...
Okay, so he says he knows the Constitution, but yet he knows you're supposed to have a warrant. So he's contradicting himself, isn't he? That officer.
the right to proceed with her investigation. I did not hear the judge say that she has the right to violate my constitutional rights. Listen, if you guys want to enter my home, you're going to have to do so against my consent.
That's fine, I have a court order. That's the fact.
Well, I'm not getting in your way of this investigation.
Open the door for us.
No, ma'am.
That's fine, I have a court order.
Please read the notice on the other side of the door.
What's the notice?
Just go ahead and go in. Don't worry
Can
about
you
it.
enter?
Incorrect. That notice should have been right on the front door. Alright? So when you do particularly any type of notice on the front where they can read it before entering. It's okay for the government to do a one-sided contract. It's just not okay you to do a one-sided contract. Once they entered, they entered.
Yes, there's a dog. He's locked up in my bedroom. He might bite if you open my bedroom door.
Sir, I have to enter the bedroom. Sir, I have to enter the bedroom. So can you please put the dog out?
In my bedroom?
Yes, I have to enter the home.
There's enough.
Okay, that's all we need to see. They entered the house and no warrant, and all that, okay? Y'all, also recognize that your sons and daughters, until they become of age, they are your property, okay? I know it's a strange word to say when you talk about another living boy or girl or son and daughters, but it is just the fact of reality, okay? You're your property, alright? The government looks at it as their property. That's the reason why CPS has all this power, because the birth certificate gave them, well, when you signed the birth certificate, you gave this, for me, you gave the state of Texas your son and daughter. Just like your marriage. It's not between man and woman and God. It's between man and woman, God, and the state. I cannot stand the preacher saying, in the power invested in me by God and the state. The state has nothing to do with my marriage. Okay? I learned how to read between the lines. They keep putting you in these contracts. And that's exactly what it is. It's a contract. When you sign the birth certificate, your marriage certificate, it's a contract. Birth certificate. It's a contract or a trust. Anyway, I'm not going to proceed anymore. Sorry about this being a little long. Decent for we the people. Just fast forward through this when you want. Bye.